Hi everyone, so today I am going to attempt to make one of the checkerboard cakes, and I am still a beginner, so please bear with me when it comes to baking. So in front of me I have all the ingredients and stuff that will be needed in order to make this cake. So over here I have some bowls. Then in the back here I have, this is the classic checkerboard cake pan set, and this is something that I purchased from my son yearly school fundraiser. This was something that I purchased out of the catalog, so I wanted to give it a try. This is what it looked like. It comes with a tree, a little instruction sort of recipe book here, and then it comes with the divider, and you get like 3 of the 9-inch metal cake pan. Next I picked up 2 of the cake mix here, and I have the yellow sponge cake mix, and then I also have the chocolate cake mix. I also picked up 3 of the frosting which will be used on the cake. I also have some measuring cups, measuring spoons, butter. Then I also have a hand mixer, and then I also have some eggs. So first I'm going to start off with the yellow sponge cake mix, and I'm going to remove it out of the packaging and empty the entire pack into the bowl that I have in front of me. Okay, so the recipe states that I need to add 1 cup of water, so that's what I'm going to add. Next, they recommend using 1/3 cup of butter, so I already measured that out, and that's what I have here. So I'm just going to add that as well into the bowl. They also recommend using 3 eggs, so that's what I'm going to do next. Just gonna crack the egg on the side. Now what I'm going to do is use my hand mixer, and I'm going to start mixing all the ingredients on a low speed setting for 30 seconds, and then I'm going to increase the speed on medium to 2 minutes. And now I'm just going to raise it a little bit. Moving on to medium. Okay, next I'm moving on to the chocolate cake mix. Again, I'm going to remove the packaging. and empty the entire content into the bowl. So the ingredients for this specific cake mix recommend 1 1/4 cup of water, 1/2 cup of vegetable oil, and 3 eggs. So I already measured the water, so I'm going to add, this is 1 cup, and this is 1/4 cup. I also went ahead and I measured the vegetable oil. So it's recommended that I put 1/2 cup, of vegetable oil. So that is what I have here. I'm gonna add that in. And also the 3 eggs, which I'm also going to add to the bowl as well. Again, I'm going to mix everything together. So before I start placing the batter into the pans, what I did is I already washed all the pans out and the divider. I went ahead and I took some parchment paper, and what I did is I measured the circumference of the pans. So this is the paper that I already pre-cut, so I'm going to just put that right here. And then I also have, this is the palm butter, and you can also use regular butter to grease the base of the pan. Because this is the first time that I will be using the pans, I'm not sure if it actually sticks, so this way it will help me prevent any kind of sticking. So I'm just going to lightly coat the base of the pan with some of the palm butter, like that. And next I'm just going to take 1 sheet of the parchment paper and press that lightly. And then I'm just going to another layer of butter. So I'm just going to do that to the other 2 pans and I'll be back. So I'm just going to use a brush and just brush that all around the base of this pan and also around the sides of the pan as well. So the instruction says to take the divider and rest it to the center and make sure I hear a click. So that's to make sure it's secure. press to the center, and then I'm going to start off by adding the batter to the pan. So over here I have the chocolate batter, and I also have the vanilla. I also have 2 scoops which I will be using to pour the batter into the cake pan. So it's recommended to take some of the chocolate batter and add to the outer layer of the cake pan and also to the center, and then I will use the vanilla to put in this area of the divider. So let's start off by first scooping some of the chocolate batter. Okay, so they also recommend to make sure you just put about halfway up on the pan with the batter, so you need to make sure there's enough room for when it starts to bake. It's going to rise a little bit.
Temptation gets licked. Special K strawberry protein shakes are packed with protein and fiber. Satisfy your hunger with Special K.
My wife is a doctor. She often has to travel for long periods of time. She's helping sick people so that they can get better. And being away from us is very difficult. I know how much.
So now I'm just going to put this to the center. I'm just going to put a little more. Like that. And next I am going to, I think I should add just a little more. So let me add a little more. Okay, that should be enough. And now I'm going to add the vanilla. Okay, so I just finished completing adding the batter to the pan. So now what I'm going to do is remove the divider. So they recommend that I hold the center down and remove the outer part and just lift it straight out. So let's see how this works. Okay. So next I'm going to do the exact same thing, but instead of putting the chocolate on the outer part, I will be putting the vanilla, and then the chocolate is going to go here and then the vanilla. So I'm going to put the divider in the second pan like that, and I'm just going to move this out of the way. So we're going to have 2 of these with the chocolate on the exterior and 1 with the vanilla on the exterior. Okay, going to remove it again. Now that I have completed adding the batter to the 3 pans, what I'm going to do is place it into the oven. I already have the oven on 350 degrees, so I'm going to allow this to bake for 25 to 30 minutes. Now that I place the batter in all 3 cake pans, what I am going to do next is place it into the oven. I already have the oven heating on 350 degrees, so I'm going to allow this to bake for 25 to 30 minutes. I just took the cake out of the oven, so I'm just going to allow it to cool for about 5 minutes before I remove them out of the pan, and then we will be moving on to the next step. So now that the cake is completely, well, almost completely cooling, I'm going to start by putting the cakes together. So as you can see, I still have to remove the parchment paper, and this is what it looks like. So it didn't burn or anything like that. Okay, so I already moved all the parchment papers from under the cake. In the bowl here I have 1 container of the fudge frosting that I put in here, and I'm also going to add half of this in there as well. And what this is going to do, this is going to help hold the cake together. So I will start off using that, and if I need any more, I will add as I go along. Okay, so in front of me here, I am just going to place this cake stand, and I have, this is the base of one of my spring foam cake pans that I'm going to use. So first I'm going to start off by putting one of the cake onto here like this, and then I'm going to start by using some of the frosting. And I have this sort of cake spatula that I will be using to help me spread the frosting onto the cake. So next I'm going to place this one to the center and lightly press on the cake like that. And again, I'm going to start adding some more frosting. Now I'm going to place the last cake onto the top here as well, like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the whipped frosting. You can use any frosting, but I saw this one at the supermarket, so this is what I'm going to use to frost the entire cake. I'm just going to completely frost the entire cake now. So far this is kind of what it is looking like so far, so I'm just going to continue frosting all the way around. Okay, so I'm just finished completely frosting the entire cake, so this is what it looks like all the way around. And next I'm just going to cut a slice so that we can see what the inside look like. This is my attempt on making the checkerboard cake, as you guys can see. So here is a quick close up of what the cake look like. And as you can see, this is what the interior of the cake look like. My son as well as my husband already helped themselves to a slice as well, and they enjoy it. So yes, it's not as close as the display on the actual box itself, but I think I did a fairly good job. So yes, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. As usual, thanks for viewing, and I will be seeing you guys in my next video. Also, I noticed on eBay they also have this same pan set selling, so I will list that in the description box below for anybody who will be interested in probably giving this a try as well. That will be in the description box below. So once again, thanks for viewing. Bye.